Okay, people, happy Thursday, happy Friday evening, happy Friday Eve. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. When you come in the house, please thumbs up the video if you do not mind. Just rocking the plain white tee tonight. Looking at the neck part here. I hope everybody's having a good evening so far. Hope everybody's having a great week. It's just about to the week's end, and I'm happy about that. You saw the title, something I've been thinking about, something I've been discussing with some people, and came to my own conclusion. And it's only my own opinion. So please don't be offended. It's just my own opinion. And that's the reason why I'm always looking for your honest opinions and everything here on Lifestyles with Eric. So again, please thumbs up the video when you come in. I don't know how long we'll do this tonight, but we want to see how much participation we get, and hopefully we'll get enough tonight. We'll get plenty. We'll get plenty. I think now, to me, the older we get, in my opinion, I think that we just need to worry about being happy instead of putting so much pressure on ourselves as we get older about having a spouse or a husband or a wife. I think a lot of women that either haven't been married before or that have been married before truly are yearning for that feeling of marriage because they just feel like they're not complete unless they're married. But my opinion is that you're complete regardless, and you need to be more worried about just being happy versus being married first. Married. Stop worrying so much about being married and just find a good mate, friend, partner, whatever you call them, and enjoy that person's company. And if marriage comes up later, that's fine. If it doesn't, it's fine. You're getting older. Your stock's going down. That's honestly the truth. It's not any bashing or anything, but it's the truth. And so as your stock goes down, you have to not be desperate, but you have to just kind of go with the flow instead of having so many stipulations and expectations. You have to stop doing that. Um, yeah, gotta stop that. Gotta stop that. But anyway, let's see how many people come in the chat tonight. Again, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Um, I appreciate everybody who does come in tonight. I don't know how long again we'll do this. Um, but I want to see how much participation I get tonight. Miss Audria, what's happening? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Let's see how many people come in the chat tonight. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Please come on in. Man, this shirt's bothering me, people. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Be right back. All right. Better. Better. Better neck. All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Thanks for coming in tonight. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. I hope everybody's had a great week so far. It's just about over. What are you doing for the weekend? What are you doing for the weekend? I hope everybody gets out. Mr. George, what's happening, my friend? Salute. All right. All right. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out tonight. All everybody. Please thumbs up the video when you come in. Please thumbs up the video. Age plus gender equals stop worrying about a husband and just find whatever happiness you can. Or just find happiness. It's out there. It's out there. Stop worrying about a husband. Stop worrying about a husband. Just find a good friend and see what happens with that. You know, stop telling men you don't have sex. That's not going to get you a husband. Miss Nicole G, thanks for coming in tonight. The older that women get, I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Stock goes down. Stock goes down. See, an older man can start a family with a woman with a younger woman. He can get a woman his age. He can get a woman middle-aged. But an older woman can't go out and do the exact same things. It just doesn't work that way. She can't go out and meet a younger man and say, hey, let's do this. Hey, it doesn't work that way. It's completely opposite. It unfortunately just didn't work that way. If a man's successful and he's older, he can go for a younger woman. He can start a family, whether he's older or younger. He can go to an older woman if he wants to do that for a little while. He can go to a woman in the middle if he wants to do that. That's just my opinion, Nicole, and it's okay. I want you to disagree. I want to hear your opinion on it, though. I want to hear your opinion. All I'm saying is that when women get older, women can't go out and pick and choose who they want. But that's what's going on right now. That's what's happening. Unfortunately, that's what's going on. Women are getting surgeries and things like that. Older women are doing this, not the younger gals. Now, I want you to know that I'm not talking about women in their 20s, because see, here's the thing. Women in their 20s can pick and choose for now. Even with these little funky attitudes, the long eyelashes, the big butts, the big tits, they can right now pick and choose who they want to mess with. But as they get older, stock is going to differ. Things are going to change. As those younger girls get older, things will change at some point. Miss Debbie, thank you. But, we don't always have that same thought process, and that's okay. And that's the reason why I'm Lifestyles with Eric, and I appreciate you all giving me, all the opinions you can give me. I'm listening. I'm here for it. I'm listening. But again, I'm only saying this in my own opinion. Women of a certain age shouldn't worry so much about being married instead of finding happiness. If you can. Life is too short, and we're not getting any younger. So stop telling men that you're celibate and you want a husband. I'm telling you, I promise you, that's not going to find you a husband at any age group. It's not going to find you a husband. Telling a man that if you're let's say you're 55 and you meet a 55-year-old man, and you tell him, hey, look, I don't have sex. No sex until I find a husband. Well, you're 55. You're not 25, 35, 45. The older you get, things change. So you're worried about having a husband when you ought to just be worrying about having a nice friend, a nice man, and seeing what happens after that. But you're telling this man you don't have sex. And you think that's going to turn that man on and make him like, oh, gosh, I want to get to know this lady. She's not having sex. Wow. And we're old. And she's still not having sex. But she has grown kids, but she's not having sex. Okay. Let's rock with that. Let's rock with that. It's just nowadays I'm hearing so many different things that don't make any sense, that women keep coming up with these different formulas that don't work for them. They're not working. Okay, Nicole, that's fine. We can definitely do that. George, I agree with you. Absolutely, Debbie. That's it. Stop worrying about having a husband so bad, and just worry about what's in front of you at that particular time. What do you have? Uh, if anything, do you have anything with anybody that's a friend? Do you have a good friend? Somebody you can maybe sleep with sometimes, you can have dinner with sometimes, you can have a good conversation with sometimes. If it doesn't work up to a marriage, then so be it. Don't go commit suicide because you didn't get married. You know, a lot of women are putting a lot of pressure on themselves, and they're putting a lot of pressure on men, every man that they meet. Every man they meet. I want a husband. I don't have sex. I hope that works for you. I hope that works for you, sweetheart. The pastor told you wrong. I'm sorry. That's what I say. I'm disagreeing. It don't work like that. That's not real life. It's not real life. So, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I was kind of compelled to talk about this. Had a little discussion with a couple friends, and we were talking about it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about that on YouTube. So many women that are getting older, and this is not necessarily, again, for younger women, but older women are just putting so much pressure on themselves about having a husband, and they may not ever be married, ever. So if you never get married, what do? Go crazy? Absolutely, Nicole. I agree. Hey, Glenda, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. That's all right, and that's all right, because I'm a lover, not a fighter. So yeah, unless I have to. All righty, people. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all in what you want, what you're looking for. Nicole, I guess it can be fun. I'm not a professional dater, so I can't say that it's been fun for me necessarily. But getting to know different people, if that's what you're into at that particular time of your life, it's your life. That's okay. It's okay to get to know new people. But so many women are putting a lot of pressure on themselves about, again, being married and having a husband. And again, you may not ever find a husband, or they may not ever find you. So if they don't find you and you don't find him and it doesn't happen, what do you do? What do you do? Live your life, but please don't ever say you don't need a man for anything, because that's not true. That's so not true. And I always say that men don't say we don't need women. We never say that. I don't care what we got going on. Absolutely, Debbie. I agree. I agree. I agree. You're not dead, and life goes on, and you can still get it in. So there's nothing wrong with having fun and having somebody you can spend time with sometimes, occasionally, or whatever the case is. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, everybody just has their own opinion on this, and it just we all have our own opinion. We all have our own opinion. Remember, everybody, this is a monetized channel. So this is a super chat now, people. You see that dollar bill at the sign. Please hit that dollar bill sign with any amount. It's all good. Nicole says most marriages don't even work, so it's not a big focus. You're right. You're right. Some people, George says, some people just want the title, blah, blah, blah. George, I believe that more than anything, that people just want the title, and not even people, women. That women are pressured at work and at home and on TV about being married. And when they're not married or haven't been married, that is a big deal. They don't feel complete, unfortunately. I've been married, Debbie, and it's not. I rushed being married, and I should have taken my time. And so that's the reason why I'm divorced now. And so, no, it's not what it's cracked up to be, but it's beautiful if you do things the right way, if there is a right way. I just, I'm just getting tired of hearing those stories, and we've got to do better. Yeah, I mean, I'm just tired of hearing those stories. Absolutely, George. Marriage is not what it's hyped up to be, especially not with today's habit. You're right, Glenda. You're right. We learn over what we really need. You're right. The older we get, the more mature we get, we kind of learn what we want and what's better for us and what we need. And I think that at the end of the day is what it is required is just to know what you want, know what's best for you, know what makes you happy, know what lights your fire. Instead of worrying about everybody in your surroundings and what they think you're doing and what about them, stop worrying about that so much. We definitely have to stop worrying about things like that. The one thing that women do is worry about what their peers say, worry about what their peers are doing. I've heard that with women a lot. You just have to go with your flow and see what your flow is. Marriage is beautiful if things are right and you love one another and you're willing to work together and all that good stuff. But what if that doesn't happen? What do you do? Torture yourself? Not have any happiness, any love and affection? No touching, no feeling, no caressing, no love making like adults do. You just have to be able to handle it mentally. And you're not always going to be married. Sorry. I'm sorry to say it, but it's not going to happen to everybody. What did you miss, reality? Age plus gender. Stop worrying about a husband and just find happiness. Um, that's all I'm saying. The older women get, sometimes it's different for women that are older, that get older than men. Men can kind of always find a woman regardless of what age they are. Older man can go out and start a family with a younger woman, but an older woman can't do the same with a younger man. It just doesn't happen that way. So all I'm saying is when women get older, they are still putting a lot of pressure on themselves about being married. And if you're never going to be married, if you never get married, you can't worry about that. Still find happiness though. And then telling men that they're celibate and they're not having sex, and that's not going to get you a husband, especially when you're 50 something years old and you've got adult kids, but you're telling a man your age you don't have sex. So that's definitely not a turn on. I'm sorry, it's not. And all men aren't just looking for sex, okay? Most men aren't just looking for sex. Most of us want companionship and things like that. So you have to have a balance with all of that. And that's what you miss, reality checks. That's what we're talking about. Ohio girl, you have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Stop having so many stipulations and expectations and hang-ups before. Oh, because, in my opinion, you'll end up alone. And men won't. We can always find a woman. We can always get a lady. But women can't always get a man. So stop acting like you're acting, women. You gotta change. You gotta change your ways. You gotta change your ways, or you'll end up with no one. And men will always end up with someone. You know what, George? I keep telling women that, but they keep spinning me for the dumbest freaking answers. If you haven't had sex with someone and you wait until you get married, it may be horrible. And you can't go backwards. And you can't make a person feel a certain way. So what do? Keep your faith? Faith isn't going to make somebody feel good. I'm sorry, it's not. So what do? You got to test the water. You just have to. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I just don't believe it. And everybody in the biblical days was not married before they had sex. Period. That's not proven. It's not. I have a friend that's two good friends that are pastors. Can call them, get biblical questions and answers answered. Okay? So whoever told you that, it's not true. But some women think they can pull that wool over some men's eyes and think that's going to make a man say, oh, wow, you're celibate. I'd love to get to know you. I don't want any affection, any caring, or any touching or anything until we get to know each other for years to come. It may take a couple years for us to be engaged. So until then, no touching, no feeling, no anything. We can just hold hands and go to the movies and walk in the park. That's what we can do. Wouldn't that be nice in another world? Not in my world, okay? Not in my world, I'm sorry. Not a virgin. Doesn't work that way. You're not a born-again virgin. I don't want to hear that crap. It's crap to me, I'm sorry. It's not going to get you a husband, in my opinion, because I'm a man. I'm telling you, it's not going to get you a husband. So keep following that formula and see how it works for you, if that's the formula you rock with. Miss Sandra Majors, thanks for coming in tonight. It's been a long time. Thank you. Happy Thursday evening. Thanks for coming in tonight. Stop worrying about being married and just get you a friend and enjoy yourselves. Absolutely, reality checks. You got to get it in when you can. Stop being a prude and just do it when you can. Yeah, George, you're right. You're so right, my friend. So right. I need 10 more. Actually, I need 5 more thumbs up, please. I need you to thumbs up the video, everybody. When you come in, I got 10 in, 5 thumbs. I need 10 thumbs, please. I need 10 thumbs. I need everybody to thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video. Remember, this is a monetized channel, everybody. It's a monetized channel. We've got to get you on board with super chatting. If not, then you can join the membership. The memberships are as low as $1.99 a month for a month membership. So please get on board with something, people. Please support and participate. Please, please, please. It's a shame that I have to beg for you to participate. You know, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. I come in here most of the time, every day, and I give you my all. And I'm not getting my all from you. So that's my spiel for that. I want everybody to have a good night. Have a blessed night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Lifestyles.